Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a great show for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. A little bit under the weather here today, but I said, okay, let's just do our best to try to get through to these shows here today. So, yesterday we did a bunch of lives reacting to the stories surrounding Rich Paul. One of them was that Austin Reeves' agent confronted him at halftime in a Lakers game in LA on Tuesday for the things that he had said on his podcast about Reeves being potentially traded to the Memphis Grizzlies. And then subsequently we did a live where we were reacting to the story that the Lakers are frustrated with Rich Paul and his podcast. And we talk about how their relationship is being strained, et cetera, right? So we did that. And I came across a video of an amalgamation of clips from NBA Cinema where he put together some pieces of various people reacting to it. And one of those people was my guy, Rashad McCants. So yesterday, they were talking about this on Gills Arena. They were really talking about Austin Reeves and whether or not the Lakers should trade him now before they have to pay him a lot of money or keep him and pay him a lot of money. So that's where the thing started off. And then at the tail end of their conversation, Brandon Jennings brought up the topic of Rich Paul and the comments that he was making on his podcast. And he was essentially asking, does he believe that is a good thing for an agent to be out here, telling his own side of the story? And then Gil weighed in, and then Rashad McCants himself weighed in on the topic. And, Rashad gave him, gave him a piece of his mind, but they also kept on saying that they're going to talk about it today. They're going to talk about it more today. But we do want to get into some of the things that Rashad had to say. But before we even get into his comments, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports with over 10 million members. Prize Picks makes it easy to get real money action on the sports and players you love. You pick more or less on at least 2 for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. For example, this week I'm really looking forward to some of these upcoming games. This week I'm picking Stephen Curry for more than 29 points. I'm picking Kevin Durant for more than 27 points. I'm picking Giannis Antetokounmpo for more than 12 rebounds. And I'm picking Luka Doncic for more than 8 assists. If you're like me, and you like to play it safe, you'll love Prize Picks' new feature, Flex Plays. It's the safest way to play. You can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. Plus, you can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. On top of this, Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money as quick as in 15 minutes. So download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. All right, so what we want to do is we're going to play what Rashad McCants had to say about the comments from Rich Paul, and then we're going to come back and continue on. Take a listen to Rashad McCants here.
That's not promising.
I think you're missing. You're missing what happens. They offered him $98 million, right?
I think 80.
I mean 89
or something.
My third option. I'm offering you that, right? At that number, thank you. That number is triple now. He's sitting in the 250, 300. That means he is Luka or LeBron to your team, which means you can't go out and get a Jokic or wasn't, because he is supposed to be that.
Because we seen the Boston Celtics do it. We seen the Boston Celtics have 2-star guards take it to the limit.
So you're putting him on Jaylen Brown's level?
I'm putting him there for the West Coast Lakers.
Man, hell no.
Averaging what?
Man, hell no.
What is
Austin Reeves averaging?
27 points.
What is he averaging?
6 assists, 5 rebounds.
Don't ever.
His production is right there.
Right now.
When you looking at Jason Tatum's production,
Great golf player.
and you looking at Jaylen Brown's production, you're like, hey, look, these two guys can mimic that. They can mimic that and get us a championship.
Okay, so
especially if Kyrie Irving, if Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic can make it to the finals.
Kyrie,
If you feel,
You know, wait,
if you
Kyrie
feel
Irving
that way, if you
Austin
feel
Reeves.
that way,
Then pay him.
then you have to pay him the $250 because he's going to demand that.
Maybe
Look,
overtime.
And he's getting better.
I'm not
And
agreeing
he's getting better.
or disagreeing with Shah, but I will point out that when Tatum and Brown were playing together, Tatum's numbers in the 22 to 23 range did have that season in 2022-23 where he averaged 27.
But
But I'm just saying,
But
he's
again,
averaging 26
Austin
points,
Reeves,
the same numbers.
not
as
Same numbers as Austin.
Austin.
Same
Playing with
numbers,
Luka.
bro.
Again.
Full circle. Let's go. We're
Again.
talking hoop, bro. I'm not trying to discredit Jaylen Brown at all.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
And this
It's
is
not the
why,
same.
And this is why you get sold the dog food. You're looking at numbers
Yes.
from a guy who banked those numbers because the number 2 guy was gone and the number 1 guy was missing. So he got to be the stud and he got to put up those numbers.
Who you talking
What has Austin Reeves' number been since all 3 been together and he had to be a third option? Nobody's doing that math.
For this year?
Yes.
Because that math is
With-
not, you can't do
With
that. They haven't
him,
been on the
LeBron,
floor.
because if you're gonna pay him to be the man, then he's worth $250.
Or if you're going to keep him with those
If
two
you
as a
keeping
third
him
option,
as
you
a
can't
third
pay him all
option,
that money.
He's not a third option. This year he
Right, so the
what
Lakers
is
won't be
his
able
numbers?
to pay him
What is his
and
numbers
get another.
with Luka and LeBron? Those is his real, actual numbers
no,
that
no.
you're gauging.
No. His real
That's how we
numbers
go.
are with him and Luka, him averaging 29, 30
Exactly.
a game.
So you have to pay him.
No, true.
That's what I'm saying,
That's
but
right.
no LeBron.
No, that's true.
After this year, no LeBron, just these two, that's the
Right, that's
future
the
they're
choice.
looking
But
at.
can you win a championship as him being
Right.
number 2?
Yes, you can push for one.
He would not be the number 2
push
option
for one.
because you got to get another superstar.
No, you don't.
Yes, you.
No, you
But
don't.
that's the decision that is
Right,
going to be made.
is-
That's
are
what
you gonna
Rich
make
Paul-
Austin
that's what
Reeves
Rich
the
Paul
I have
said.
one
That's what I'm
question.
saying with the Boston Celtics. Did they have a third superstar? No.
Yes, they did.
Who was it?
Drew Holiday's
Porzingis.
He wasn't a
Drew Holiday's a
superstar.
superstar.
Porzingis was the number 1 option.
No.
All 3
He's a superstar.
No, y'all tripping and y'all know it.
He averaged 20 and
Y'all
10.
know
Hey,
it.
listen, I got a
Y'all
question.
know it.
I got one question before we wrap up. Yo, you think what Rich Paul is doing right now is bad for agents? Speaking up and and giving his opinion on the game that he was brought into? No.
But make the answer quick because we're going to go in depth on this tomorrow on the
Yeah,
show. But
just yes or no. You think what Rich Paul is doing is hurting the game and agents right now? Or do you think he's opened up a lane for agents and everybody to actually come out and actually have to talk about it?
That's
Just yes or no, and then we can
never
talk about it
happened
tomorrow.
before. You
Well, I
don't know what
think
these
Rich
agents
Paul-
talk about.
Do you think Rich Paul is hurting agents by the fact that he has a podcast and that he's talking about
No,
what
I don't
goes on?
think he's hurting it.
Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm still. I gotta. With me, I gotta listen to every topic.
Okay.
Like I don't mind. Like just like I don't mind you talking the game because that's
fine.
What are you talking about? Is
If
more
you're talking
important.
about making moves, the team should be making moves. He literally said, if I'm the Lakers, I'm doing this deal. That is cringe.
So what's the same?
Well,
so what's the difference between what him and Shams is doing?
No.
Because it's raw rumors.
No. That's a very
Shams is
different.
not an agent.
But
very different.
it's just a rumor at the end of the day. We don't know.
Shams is not an
It's a rumor.
It's very different.
It's a rumor.
Now,
It's a rumor.
no, it's not.
It is a
Because
rumor.
you are an agent. And
You're
have
creating
players.
it.
But at the end of the day, Shams has connections to people that's in the front office. So you think he's just saying that? So does Rich. You think Shams is the biggest guy right
He's
now?
not
talking-
representing nobody.
He don't have
Brandon.
to. It don't
Yes,
matter.
he
I
does.
still got the information.
No.
The difference is
He's not representing nobody.
Information is information.
No, one is getting information. One is secondary information. I'm getting it from somebody and I'm relaying
Reporting it.
One can create the information. That's very different.
Okay, so they might be both creating some.
No, nigga, we listened to him on the podcast.
They're both creating information at this point.
Excellent. So you heard what Rashad had to say. What are my thoughts about this? Look, guys, I clearly think that there's something wrong with Rich Paul. First of all, I don't understand the need to have a podcast as an NBA agent. Now, he made it clear in some recent comments that he made today where he essentially said that, you know, it's a business for him, right? And they view content, media, and all of that as a business that they're getting into. But I'm looking at it from the standpoint of what at whose expense. You know, you're still an agent first. You're still an active NBA agent. You still have clients. And you can't just go on a podcast and talk about, well, I'm talking content. like it's just some any old schmuck just going up there talking sports. No, you are who you are, and you perform the role that you perform in the NBA community as an agent for LeBron James. So you just can't be saying things like that. Number one. Number two, when you go out there and make the kind of comments that you make, it also now reflects poorly on LeBron, because now people are thinking, well, is LeBron James behind these comments? Hence the reason he was asked about these comments, and he had to kind of distance himself from some of the things that, Rich Paul has been saying. But it looks like Rich Paul is trying to become a star. Like there is a bit of that going on, right? It seems like Rich is trying to turn himself into a star here, right? And maybe he wants the spotlight on him too. Maybe he wants people talking about him. In terms of what Rashad McCants had to say, I'm going to be very interested to hear some of his other thoughts later on today. But I just think it's unbecoming for an agent to be doing that, especially of a client that doesn't belong to you, especially of a client who's in a contract year. Like, to me, that's touchy. That's a touchy subject. So if I were you, I would just avoid it. But hey, it's content, right? It's content. They're just having content, and no one should have any hard feelings. Okay. It would be nice if they had the same approach when people say things about LeBron that they don't like. I wonder why they don't just chalk it up to it's just content. In that aspect, they're hating. You don't like LeBron James. What is it with you and LeBron James? But in this case, it's just content. It's nothing personal. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts in the comments, and we catch you on the next show. Peace.